On air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Buffalo Bills. And down gets him a yard to the 26. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff looking right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now it's Allen. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. DeJuan Smoot with a tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Open man here is Conklin. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the one. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory?
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. On first down, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder, because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He's got him in, complete.
I need to get my swag right there.
Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And it will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. These two teams all tied after 1. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Fly deep for Cooper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They do go for it. Here's Allen looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bills have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tanner Muse. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff for Etienne. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Hands it off out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To speak of there, maybe a yard down to the 20.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Will they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage moves from 137-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Fields throwing again. Intercepted. Run it well, and it's picked. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Fields now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields forced out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Ed Oliver that time the one to get in there and bring him down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Touchdown! DJ Chark, 44 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain there for the Bills. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post, usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips, and then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
On 1st down, McConnell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Now Allen going to back away and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have broken the tie. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Now it's Fields. He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Off the option, here's Etienne. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 38, Fields. And that was going to be off target and incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Third and 2, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They snap it to Fields. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Throwing again is Fields. He's going to let this one go deep. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jags are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll run on first down. McConnell, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw is Fields. He finds his man complete. It's Shepard.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
74 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Harden, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they... Stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's Oliver. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. On first down, McConnell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Jaguars, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they drop just their second.